Physical changes. A physical change occurs whenever the appearance or form of a matter changes. Physical changes include bending, crushing, cutting, chopping, carving, slicing, sculpting, folding, filing, and sanding. Kinds of changes. Matter changes all the time. A physical change is any change in which matter looks different or takes on a different form. It does not involve a substance changing into a new substance. For example, you might take an iron bar and hammer it until it bends. You've changed the way the iron looks, but it is still iron, not another substance. Bending iron is a physical change. However, if you leave the iron outdoors, it may combine with oxygen in the air. It will form iron oxide, also known as rust. The iron changes into a new substance, rust. This is not a physical change, but a chemical change, one in which a substance changes into a new substance. When you burn wood or toast a marshmallow, you change the wood and the marshmallow into new substances. You cause chemical changes. Changes in appearance and form. Bending an iron bar is an example of changing the way a substance looks. Anytime a substance shape or form changes, a physical change occurs. It occurs when you crush an aluminum drink can. A physical change also happens when you chop celery, cut paper, and reshape a block of clay into a statue of a horse. What happens when you break a glass or snap a stick? The broken pieces are still glass, and the snap pieces are still wood. Because you only change the way the glass and wood look, you caused physical changes. Carving, slicing, sculpting, folding, filing, and sanding are also physical changes. Changes in state. As you learned, matter occurs in three main states: solid, liquid, and gas. Suppose you put solid ice cubes in a pan on a hot stove, as shown below. The heat of the stove would melt the ice. The solid ice would change to liquid water. Eventually, the water would heat up and start to evaporate. It would change from a liquid to a gas. These changes in state from a solid to a liquid and from a liquid to a gas are physical changes. In addition to melting and evaporating, freezing and condensing are also physical changes. Skipping to the liquid state. Water can also change states through sublimation. In sublimation, a substance changes directly from a solid to a gas. It skips the liquid state in between. In this way, ice can change directly to water vapor. Again, with each change in state, there is no gain or loss of heat energy. Lesson review. Number 1. Which of these is the state of matter made up of particles that spread out and move quickly in all directions? A. Gas, B. Liquid, C. Solid, D. Ice. Number 2. Which of these must happen before matter can change from one state to another? A. It must lose particles. B. It must gain or lose heat. C. Its density must decrease. D. Its density must increase. Number 3. Which of these is water in the gas state? A. Ice, B. Frost, C. Water vapor, D. Tap water. Number 4. Which of these is an example of sublimation? A. Water vapor turns into ice. B. Liquid water turns into water vapor. C. Ice turns into water vapor. D. Water vapor turns into liquid water. Lesson review. Number 1. Which of these is a physical change? A. Iron rusting. B. Milk burning. C. Plastic breaking. D. Bread toasting. Number 2. The chopping of wood is A. A chemical change because a new substance is formed. B. A chemical change because the wood does not change state. C. A physical change because only the shape of the wood changes. D. A physical change because the wood changes state. Number 3. The condensing of water is A. A chemical change because a new substance is formed. B. A chemical change because the water does not change shape. C. A physical change because heat is produced. D. A physical change because the water changes state. Lesson review. Number 1. Which of these is the name for a characteristic of a substance that you can observe without changing it into a different substance? A. Chemical property. B. Physical property. C. Mechanical energy. D. Electrical circuit. Number 2. Which of these objects would most likely be attracted by a magnet? A. A glass. B. A glove. C. A shovel. D. A can. Number 3. Which of these substances will most likely dissolve in water? A. Iron, B. Sugar, C. Sand, D. Silver.